Hello students, I am Dr. Siddheshwar P. Tulzapure, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So in this session, I am going to deal with rotary hydraulic actuators. The learning outcome of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to explain construction and working of rotary hydraulic actuators. The contents are introduction, then definition of rotary hydraulic actuator, then types of rotary hydraulic actuators, and lastly the references. Introduction. Hydraulic actuators are devices which convert liquid energy into mechanical energy. That is, liquid energy we are knowing it is in the form of pressure energy here, and it is converted into mechanical energy. But mechanical energy may be in the two forms. One, it is linear motion or it is rotary motion. So it is hydraulic actuators may give you linear motion or rotary motion as output. But when we are saying rotary actuators, the rotary motion it is going to be the output. So these actuators convert hydraulic energy or liquid energy or pressure energy into rotational movement. So in this, the pressurized oil strikes the rotating elements which are vanes or gears or pistons, etc., to enable the shaft to rotate. Thus develop necessary turning torque and continuous rotating motion we are getting here. Okay. So in case of these rotary actuators, high pressure oil it is going to be at the inlet, okay, or the input it is high pressure oil, and outlet what we are getting is at outlet we are getting the low pressure oil. So this is exactly opposite to that in pumps. Okay. So in case of pumps, what happens? We are having the low pressure oil as input and high pressure oil as output we are having. But in case of these rotary actuators, high pressure oil is going to be the input and low pressure oil it is going to be the output or at outlet we are having. So exactly opposite to that of the pumps. So the types, if we think of in case of these rotary actuators, one of the basis can be the direction of rotation. That is, based on direction of rotation, we may have the types as say it is unidirectional, say hydraulic rotary actuators, and bidirectional it is. Okay. So in case of unidirectional, the rotor rotates only in one direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if it is rotating in the clockwise direction, we cannot have the anti-clockwise rotation, say in case of this. But we are having say bidirectional rotors also or bidirectional actuators also, in which case inlet and outlets these can be reversed and we are going to have clockwise rotation at once, and if required we can get the anti-clockwise rotation also. That is, both the directions of rotations these are possible, and in case of unidirectional only one rotation, the one direction of rotation it is possible, either clockwise or anti-clockwise based on its construction. Inlet outlets these cannot be interchanged in case of unidirectional actuators, and in case of bidirectional these can be interchanged. Okay. So now you may think of whether rotary actuators can have partial rotation, that is, instead of say complete 360-degree rotation and further say again the second rotation, third rotation or revolution, whether these can have only partial rotation, like say through 90 degree it has to rotate, or any other angle also. Okay, the answer to this one it is yes. So we can have the partial rotation in case of the shafts of rotary actuators. The rotation through an angle less than 360 degree we can have, that is, oscillators we are having clockwise and anti-clockwise rotations, and even say we can have the rotations less than the 360 degree. Suppose one shaft is there which is requiring 90-degree rotation clockwise and then again back to its original position. So like that we can have, or even half revolution we can have, or any degree we can have, and we can have the construction of that one as per our requirement. So partial rotations, these are possible in case of the hydraulic rotary actuators. Then it is types of hydraulic motors or these hydraulic rotary actuators based on the construction. Okay. So three different types we are having. So one, it is a gear type. The second one, we are having it as a vane type. The third one, we are having it as a piston type. Okay. So apart from these, number of other types are there, but in this particular session we are going to deal with these three types only. So it is gear type. In case of gear type, we are having even external and internal gearings. We are going to deal with here the external gear motor. So here, in case of this, see at the inlet, we are having the high pressure oil. We are having the casing or the body in which we are having two gears which are meshed with each other, and then generally what happens is, to one of the gears the load it is say attached. We are having the low pressure output here at outlet. Okay. So this one is main output shaft we are having. See what is happening. So pressurized oil, it comes here. So it is moving to the left hand side and also to the right hand side. The oil, it is say exerting the pressure or the force on this teeth. So oil, it is carried in between the teeth and in casings, in between the casings also, casing and the teeth. It comes to this side and it will be delivered to the outlet port. Okay. So the direction of rotations you can observe when it is coming to this side. So the clockwise rotation will be there of this gear, and anti-clockwise rotation of this gear it will be. So now here you can observe how the torque it is generated. So here the red colored portion you can observe, and say blue colored portion you can observe. Here the torque is generated by differential pressure across this teeth. Okay. So where this teeth is, this one you can observe. So this teeth on the left hand side you can observe it is high pressure oil. On the right hand side we are having the low pressure oil. Similar teeth on this side you can observe here. So what we are having is the generation of torque, it is due to the difference in the pressure which is across that particular teeth we are having. Okay. Now here the high pressure oil, it pushes the gear and flows forward. Usually the load to be moved is connected to only one of the gears as told earlier. And the spur gear here, these are mostly used, but we can have also single or double helical gears in these cases. Okay. Next, it is vane type of the hydraulic motor. So the vanes or the blades are there in the rotor slots, and these are held against the casing inner surface with the help of the springs. Okay. So the casing you can observe the outer one say hatched apart. Then the vanes are the blades, and the springs say which are keeping those vanes or the blades in that particular position. And here you can observe the rotor, it is placed eccentric to the casing. Okay. So in case of this, you might observe that the inlet port is there on the left hand side. High pressure oil, it is going to come here. It is going to exert the force on the blades and it will move to the right hand side, that is the outlet. Okay. So in this, the torque it is produced by allowing the pressurized oil to act on the vanes which are extended. Okay, they are touching to the inner surface of the casing. Imbalance is caused by the difference in vane area exposed to the hydraulic energy. This is due to the eccentric position of the rotor of the housing. Okay. The last type, it is bent axis piston type hydraulic motor. Okay. So here you can observe one axis it is horizontal, the second one it is in the bent, okay, or you can say that it is at certain angle. We are having the bent axis piston type. So here the cylinder and piston arrangement is there. So you can say that the cylinder and piston arrangement whatever we are having here, so that linear motion, so it is converted to the rotary motion with the help of this mechanism or this arrangement which we are having here. And in this case the axis, these are at an angle to each other, and the linear motion of the pistons, it is converted with the help of this drive flange and this arrangement into the rotary motion. Okay. The axis of the cylinder and the shafts, these are mounted at an angle to each other. The reaction is against the drive shaft flange. Okay. These motors are used in machine tools for smooth working. Okay. So these three different types of the hydraulic motors we have observed here. These are the references which are used for this particular session. Thank you.